Hello, my name is Tori Martin. I'll be the instructor for this course, Math 144, College Mathematics. Several things. Super excited to meet you guys at some point. I think that will be Thursday. Tuesday, which will be the time of you watching this video. Obviously, we won't be meeting in person. That's why we're doing this asynchronously. So I'm prepared a video for you guys, and I'll also upload the slides towards the end of the day tomorrow. But you'll at least have access to this video that I'm going to post, or that you're also currently watching. Several things as you navigate through the Halo learning platform. Definitely make sure that you answer the discussion questions for financial aid office purposes to make sure that you don't get unenrolled from the course. And see, the other thing is the Alex program. If you go in through course materials, you should see it says Alex for Math 144. Definitely get signed in there. Also, I have posted several announcements in the Halo learning platform, so definitely go through, check, and make sure you read through all my announcements. I have very important information in there that will help you be successful starting off, and definitely we'll go more in detail on Thursday when I see you guys. Don't forget 5 o'clock. And there also in the announcements you will find the course code to use to get into the class for Alex. The homework, it starts every other week on Monday. So you have from Monday until next week, Wednesday, to complete the homework. Thursday we'll have our very first quiz, and we'll just kind of keep going from there. But again, I'll go over this in more detail come Thursday. All right, so for today's lecture is going to be more just getting us into the swing of things. We'll be working on inductive and deductive reasoning, which is chapter 1, section 1 of the textbook. Again, you can also find the textbooks through the course material section under Halo, or you can, once you get into Alex, there should be an option for you to click on the textbook, or if you're on a problem, it'll also bring up the textbook to a specific section of where the question is coming from. And again, majority of my questions or everything else I will be saying in this video will be coming from the textbook. So again, the textbook is really useful. You don't have to pay for it. It's already paid for in your tuition, so definitely use it. I will be referring to it. All right, so chapter 1, section 1 is everyone has a problems. So we'll kind of go from there. Let me see here. There we go. All right, let me just make sure here that, all right, everything is working. Okay. There we go. All right, so learning objectives. We're going to explain the difference between inductive and deductive reasoning, use inductive reasoning to make conjectures, and we're going to use deductive reasoning to prove or disprove a conjecture. I like to always start off with a quote here. But the difference between science and the fuzzy subjects is that science requires reasoning, while those other subjects merely require scholarship. I like to just think about that for a bit. In your own time, definitely. I won't hog up too much time on video. There will be several things throughout the video where you can pause and, or at least I will like for you to pause and ponder about something before continuing the video. So definitely do that. But yeah, we'll keep going. So inductive reasoning. Inductive reasoning is the process of reasoning that arrives at a general conclusion based on the observation of specific examples. So what we mean by that is, actually, I think I have an example on the next slide. No, I don't. Okay, so inductive reasoning would be, let's say I have a basket full of apples and I pick one, and the one I picked seems to be very ripe. And then I put that one back and I pick up another one, and that one also seems ripe. And so I put that one back and pick up another one. That one seems right. Well, just going off of my observation of the 3 apples that I selected, well, since they're all ripe, well, I will arrive to a conclusion that, well, all the apples in the basket must be ripe, just based off of that. So I don't know for sure that all of them are ripe, but just based off of my first 3 attempts of picking an apple from this basket, that they're all right. Well, I'm going to assume that all of them are ripe. For deductive reasoning is the process of reasoning that arrives at a conclusion based on previously accepted general statements. It doesn't rely on specific examples. So unlike my previous example with apples, well, those were very specific examples. So this is the opposite of that. I know I'm using reasoning that I know for sure of to make general statements on other things that have already been concluded. So here's a video for you to watch at your own time. Again, you'll have access to the slides. And we're going to skip that. All right, so let's practice deductive and inductive reasoning. So we look here. It says the last 6 times we played our arch rival in football, we won. So I know we're going to win on Saturday. Well, this is inductive because we're not going off of, well, that we will win every single time. It's just that, well, for the last 6 times that we play our arch rival in football, we won. So we are assuming that we'll win again come Saturday. So that is inductive reasoning. For our second one here, it says there is no mail delivery on holidays. Tomorrow is Labor Day. So I know my student loan check won't show up. Man, those student loan checks. All right. Yeah. So here we're taking a already known statement that, okay, there's no mail delivered on holidays, and since the next day will be Labor Day, well, we can safely conclude that we should not get that student loan check because no mail is delivered on holidays and Labor Day is a holiday. So this is a deductive reasoning. We did not use any previous examples or experiences to get to this conclusion. It's just that we took the general statement of there is no mail delivered on holidays, and since tomorrow is a holiday, which is Labor Day, then I know my student loan check won't show up. Okay. All right. For the third one here, it says the syllabus states that any final average between 80 and 90% will result in a B. I got 80 and 82 on my first 2 tests, and if I get 78% on my final, my overall average will be 80.1%. That means I'll get a B. So if we look at this, the syllabus is stating that, okay, if your average is between 80 and 90%, you will get a B. So, the student gets an 80 and 82 on their first 2 tests. And if they were to get a 78% on the final, then his average will be 80.1%. Well, since 80.1 falls between 80 and 90%, then we can safely conclude that this student will get a B. So this is also an example of deductive reasoning. We took a generalized statement. We looked at what happened. We can conclude that this will happen from that result. Okay, more practice. Let's see, everyone I know in my sorority got at least a 2.5 GPA last semester. So I'm sure I'll get at least a 2.5 this semester. So looking at this student is going off of, well, in our sorority, at least everyone got a 2.5 GPA last semester. So she's assuming that she herself will also get at least a 2.5 this semester. So this is inductive reasoning. There's no for sure statement or general statement here. She's just going off of everyone else's previous experiences. So she is assuming that she will get a 2.5 for her GPA this semester based off of everyone else in her sorority. At this last one here, we have all birds can fly. An ostrich is a bird, therefore ostriches can fly. So here is a deductive reasoning. Here we're saying, well, since all birds can fly, an ostrich is a bird, therefore ostriches can fly. Deductive. Try this. I'd like for you guys to pause the video, try to answer this question. In a moment, the answer will come up. I won't go into detail with the ones that are in beige. You'll see me do that a lot in class. These are ones where they normally show up after practices or examples, and so I like for you to engage the material and try to solve these ones on your own. Okay, hopefully you pause the video and try to answer them before seeing the answer. And here is the answer. Okay. All right, so now let's talk about conjectures. So with inductive reasoning, we are drawing conclusions based on observing specific examples or occurrences. For example, the list of numbers 3, 6, 9, 12, and 15, we can make an educated guess or conjecture that the next number would be 18 in the list. By looking, well, we see that it goes 3 to 6, which is up by 3, then 6 to 9, up by 3, 9 to 12, up by 3, 12 to 15, up by 3, which if we were to go up by 3 again, should land us at 18. So that is making a conjecture based off of what we have. And so we're just making an educated guess, if you will. So let's practice. It says use inductive reasoning to make a conjecture about the next number on this list. So if we look here, we have 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 10, 11, 13. And then we need to explain how we decided on our answers. And so looking at this, notice that we go 1, 2, so we go up 1. Then we go 2, 4, so that was up by 2. And actually, let me exit out of here. Let's go to draw here. Okay, and here. So notice this was up by 1. That is a bad spot. Let me just do 1. This was 2. This was 1. This is 2. This is 1. This is 2. This is 1. This is 2. So if we were to continue this again, we'll need to go up by 1, which will put us at 14, and then up by 2. let's see, 14, 16. There we go. I can do math. All right, so we should get 14 and 16. Just make sure I did not mess up my thinking.